Hello and welcome from Budapest. This is Hungary Reports from Public Media M1, bringing you the latest news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin in English. I'm Árpád Szőci. Thanks for joining us. A meeting of EU interior ministers in Luxembourg focusing on migration will not achieve any meaningful result. That's what Hungary's Minister of Interior, Sándor Pintér, said. Some EU nations hope to convince all member states to agree to a mandatory quota system to accept migrants. Hungary rejects that and is apparently not alone.
We would like to win as many member states as possible to our case. This is what the Finnish Interior Minister, the current chair of the Council, said concerning the agreement of Malta before the meeting of the Home Affairs Council on Tuesday. However, it seems that the great majority of member states could not be convinced in the past few weeks about the quota proposal by Germany, France, Italy and Malta, since only 3 other EU countries, Luxembourg, Ireland and Portugal, were willing to take in migrants arriving in groups through the Mediterranean Sea. The Hungarian government rejects the migrant quota system, said György Bakondi, chief Homeland Security advisor to the Prime Minister. However, he emphasized Hungary is willing to help in the protection of European borders and in returning illegal migrants back to their homeland. In the interest of European security, surely the solution is not the allocation based on migrant quotas and the misinterpretation of European solidarity. Rather, the solution lies in the consistent protection of the outer borders. Because if border protection is strong, smugglers would not even send off the people, the security advisor said. However, it is not only Hungary that opposes migrant quotas. In an article published on Wednesday, the Czech Interior Minister wrote, "The Czech Republic rejects migrant quotas since they endanger Europe."
Hungary would like to develop a closer relationship than ever before with Brazil. Both countries also have a very similar approach to global political issues. That's what Hungary's Foreign Affairs and Trade Minister said in the Brazilian capital of Brasilia. Peter Híradó was holding talks with his counterpart there. He said both countries similarly regard the issues of security, stopping illegal migration, and the fact that everyone should respect sovereignty. They also both regard the importance of protecting Christian communities throughout the world. He added that considering this rather unique political understanding between the two nations, they should use it to their advantage for mutual economic goals. And regarding Hungary's economy, its competitiveness ranking has just been given another boost, moving 1 position up on the World Economic Forum's latest Global Competitiveness Index. It now stands in 47th spot. The Ministry of Finance thinks the country's economic policies are to thank for the improved rating. The government's goal is for economic growth to continue and for companies to be even more successful.
This Italian kind of cheese is being produced 2 tons a day in Hungary's new dairy production plant, which has officially been handed over now. The investment in Örménykút cost more than 900 million forints, which is about 2.7 million euros. This is also a new plant located in Miskolc that costs 4.5 million euros. Aluminium doors and windows are being manufactured there. The public servant of the town said at the inaugurating ceremony, "It is worthwhile to invest here as investments will yield a high return." The primary aim of Miskolc is to support the establishment of workplaces using state-of-the-art technology and high added value. It does not exclusively want to encourage the settlement of companies already existing on the international scene, but rather it wants to give more opportunities for domestic and local SMEs, Zoltán Alakszai said. The State Secretary for the Utilization of EU funding said Hungarian companies, among them the ones in Miskolc, can be thanked for contributing to Hungary's good economic performance, despite the global economic slowdown. To further maintain good results, the government passed a bill in November last year to further improve the competitiveness of enterprises. Thanks to the program, the productivity and profitability of domestic small and medium-sized firms has grown considerably in the past few months. This contributed a great deal to the fact that the Hungarian economy achieved outstanding results within the European Union in the first half year. During this period, it grew by 5.2%. Also affecting this were the more efficient operation of companies, tax cuts and simplifying processes, and reworking the education system. Hungary has also stepped forward in the international competitiveness ranking. The country now moves up to the 47th place among the list of more than 140 countries. The continuously increasing competitiveness of companies can also be seen at the latest statistics on foreign trade. Exports increased in August and in the first 8 months of 2019 as well, in a yearly comparison. More specifically, the foreign trade surplus in August was 37 million euros, and in the examined 8 months it was more than 3.3 billion euros. 80% of the products and services is directed towards the EU, and small and medium-sized enterprises play an increasingly important role in exports.
And the construction industry has grown more than 80% the past 3 years. That was pointed out by the State Secretary for Economic Strategy and Regulation at a meeting of the National Professional Association of Construction Firms. Laszlo György said that the sector has improved thanks to government support that helps the branch adapt to the marketplace. He added that because of government policies, the construction industry should grow even further. A new factory has opened up in the city of Kiskunhalas in southern Hungary, employing people with reduced ability to work. They're producing bedspreads filled with feathers at a hall there run by Hungary's largest state-owned company employing people with disabilities, Kézmű. The government says that 150,000 disadvantaged people work in the country and that the government gives special support to those firms which employ such people. The company says it's providing a valuable opportunity.
A factory opening like the one we have today here in Kiskunhalas is very important to us because we consider the fact that everyone has equal opportunities to join the workforce very important, and we're very happy that the mayor, the town and the Hungarian government supports us with all its force when it comes to providing work for disadvantaged and disabled people.
Another 3 kilometers of a new stretch of highway was opened up on the M4 in Pest County between the settlements of Abony and Albertirsa. The State Secretary of the Interior Ministry said that construction on the route is continuous and that by the end of the year, they will have finished another 27 kilometers of it. And world acrobatic horse rider Kevin Richter has broken his own record. The artist this time performed on 23 horses in Debrecen in the east of the country, beating his previous record of 20 when he performed there last year in Budapest. He has to ride on 2 horses at the same time. This is also the same number he'll be performing at the International Festival of Circus Artists next month in France. Hortobágy National Park in eastern Hungary has just been named among the top 20 most beautiful places in Europe by global news network CNN. The nation's first national park became a World Heritage Site 20 years ago. No wonder visitors are drawn there with sights such as its unusual 9-arch bridge and the mesmerizing flatlands or puszta all around. The region is also a find for bird lovers. And an exhibition called Hungarians on the Silk Road awaits visitors at the Aula at the University of Miskolc in the northeast of the country. It includes the work done by world-renowned Hungarian archaeologist Ariel Stein, using photos, documents, and handwritten notes from his travels to Asia in the early 1900s. The exhibit also shows the progression of Hungarian-Chinese relations over the past 7 decades. And that's all for now. But we'll be back again the next night live right after the news in Hungarian at 11 p.m. local time. You can also catch us in repeats and online. Please stay tuned now if you can for our new shows in German, Russian and Chinese. Thanks very much for watching and viszontlátásra.